Zoe, the longest part of this recipe is, of course, getting the water to boil. Because this pasta I'm using is angel hair. It cooks in 2 minutes.
Yum.
So we're going to get it going really quickly.
I love angel hair pasta.
It's a great pasta, isn't it? Now, to start with, I've got some olives there, some green olives, and they're the stuffed ones, with, you know, with the little bit of pepper in the middle of it. Can you just give them a chop up? I always have a jar of them in my fridge all the time. So just a rough chop, rip through it. And I've got some olive oil in my pan here, and I'm heating that up nicely, so that should come together. But I've also got bacon. You know, I've always got bacon in my pantry or my fridge.
So all your 5-minute meals have bacon in them.
They do. I mean, you need to get flavour into it really quickly, and nothing gives flavour like bacon. Oh, I just love it. I could just eat it straight off the board here.
I know, you do love your bacon.
Oh, I love this stuff. It's one of those things that I put in just about everything I cook with because it gives such good flavour.
And what about something like salmon, or, you know, do you find that you could use any other protein in this?
You could.
I know you love bacon, but...
I mean, if you have some chicken in there, if you have some a little bit of beef, you could actually cook off some beef here.
So if you're not a bacon person or lover, easy to omit.
Exactly. You could take it out, but then again, why would you?
Just giving options.
There we go. Now, I've got some onion here, and what I've done is just dice it nice and fine because I want everything to cook fairly quickly and to go all the way through the pasta. Instead of having big chunks, you know, you have to find in the pasta, if you cut it nice and fine, it goes all the way through the angel hair.
Nice.
So the time started, and I reckon we're about 1.5 minutes into it. So, you know, with 5 minutes, you reckon we're going to make it?
We need to have like a countdown clock on this one.
I think that would be perfect. Now, in here, I've got everything started off, and I've got some salt going in there as well, and a bit of pepper. So the bacon, the onion, and the garlic is already in there. And what I'll do is I'll just sweat this off nice and gently, give it a bit of a toss like that, or if you wanted to be careful and safe, you would just use a wooden spoon and do this. But I think that's boring, isn't it?
Well, I think you're a professional.
Oh, exactly. Thank you very much for that. What I'm going to do is grab a nice big handful of salt here. So I make this water as salty as the Mediterranean Sea.
I do like... whenever you say that, I think of the Mediterranean, so I want to go there.
You do. Those blue... It's almost as blue as your dress there, isn't it? Oh. Now, you can see the angel hair pasta is really, really thin, so it's going to cook really quickly. So what I'll do is, if you can put that the olives and the semi-dried tomatoes in there, and at the same time and simultaneously, I'm going to put the pasta in the water here.
Nice,
and
love
it's boiling away, and I'll make sure I get every single little piece in there.
That's so beautiful, the way you just fanned that pasta.
I just sort of let it go through your fingers. Now, I'll give that a little bit of a toss like that. Now, over there's some herbs, Zoe, some parsley and some chives. You can chop that. And what I'm going to do is add just a little bit of butter, which is even more flavour. I'm not adding it for flavour this time. I'm adding it for shine and to add lusciousness to the actual dish. So I put a little knob of butter in the side, then I'll put it into the middle there so it melts up nice and evenly.
Oh, I love how passionate you are about certain food groups.
Exactly.
General,
I mean, you've got to have some nice ingredients, and this is cooking down very, very nicely. And what you want to do with the angel hair is stay with it. Stay with it, give it a bit of a stir. You can see how easily it softens up. And you just want to make sure it doesn't stick. Because it is so fine, and it cooks so quickly, you want to make sure it doesn't stick at all. And you're doing a great job with that parsley. Now, over there, I've got some chives. You can see I've got the chives in a pot. I'm going to hand you some scissors.
I'll give them a little haircut,
right? Exactly. So pull down the plastic on it and just start snipping the top off into what we call little battens, and we'll add that all together. There we go. That's nearly ready to go. One more toss with that, and I'm going to sort of grab all those herbs. Look at that. You've done a great job of that chive.
It's got a little haircut as well.
There we go. And you can pop it back on the windowsill in the sunshine, give it some water, and it'll grow again. Fantastic.
Now, there's a little bit of parmesan here. Can I start?
You can start grating it if you want. It's just going to go on top. But, so what I'll do is I'll have this out of the pot here. You can see it's ready. It cooks in no time. I think it's one of the best pastas to have if you want it in a hurry. To drain off a little bit of that water and throw it in. It's just amazing how fine it is. There we go. And I love this. I use it for soups as well. A trick to using the angel hair is if you want to use it in the soup, I just wrap it up in a tea towel and break it up in the tea towel.
Oh, that's a good idea, so it doesn't go everywhere.
Yeah, and you get small little pieces instead of having to pull it out, because you've got a soup spoon when you're eating a soup. There we go. And what I'll do is with my tongs here like this, I'll just stir that around, and you can see I've got a pasta dish that'll feed 4 people easily in under 5 minutes. And all this garnish, all these little bits and pieces goes on top, makes it look nice and luscious.
Add a salad to it and you can feed 6.
A what? You don't make friends with salad, Zoe. There we go. A little bit of cheese on top there like that, and I'll even drizzle some more olive oil to make it even more luscious. And I reckon if you had the stopwatch on, this would be under 5 minutes, Zoe. What do you think of that?
Countdown.
Thank you very much for that.
Let's give it a whirl.
Oh, look at that. I love the angel hair. It's so fine. Let's give it a bit of a twist around like this. I think it's the pasta's the hero for me. That's what I want to see, how much flavour I've got into the pasta.
Absolutely. And I love olives and those sort of lovely antipasto ingredients.
I think that's great. I can taste the cheese, I can taste the olives. The butter's just made it nice and shiny and glossy. Under 5 minutes, I think it's a great one. What do you think?
Yeah, really delicious, really easy. I mean, I'll probably pull the bacon out only because I don't eat bacon quite as much as you do. But a great 5-minute dish. Awesome.